one positive, I got to celebrate a goal with Jamsani. Clutching at straws, small comforts all the same, I guess. Well, games in hand and Sunderland never seem to go well, do they? Honestly. One of my mates is being an idiot in the background shouting, so in case you hear anything that's not particularly pleasant, let's just ignore that, hopefully. There you go. But either way, I mean, don't get me wrong, on the very, very low level, it was a must-not-lose game, at least for me today, for a couple of reasons. One, because you don't let Oxford crawl above you, because if they'd beaten us, they would have overtaken us on goal difference. Then when it came down to the fact that nobody else played, which also in a way is why I'm disappointed that we didn't win the game. Considering we're in a winning position, everyone knows my thoughts on clean sheets by now. We've got to start keeping them if we want to have a chance at the top two. But at the end of the day, for me, it was at least a must-not-lose game because we've got a point when nobody else played. So I know Wigan now have a game in hand on us, but if we're going to use the argument that games in hand don't necessarily mean 3 points, let's use that argument with Wigan, please. I want to at least be consistent with my narrative. And for the other ones, we're now 2 points off the top, and we've still got another 2 home games coming up. But for the next 2, I think you really need to get 6 points. And yes, even against Plymouth, watch Plymouth beat us now, and that'll be just irrelevant in a week's time. But I mean, the starters, the first half, we obviously got a good start. Diaku scored what I thought was a pretty decent goal, even though I still don't particularly rate him as a player. Regardless, did all right. And then afterwards, for whatever reason, we sat back repeatedly. And although I didn't think, if I'm being brutal, I didn't think Oxford were all that good. At the end of the day, we still invited them too much and ended up conceding because of it. It's still, but like I said before, I know there was a debate about whether it was a foul or not, but for me, at the end of the day, that's irrelevant because Gooch kept messing about with it at the back. Gooch kept messing about with it at the back. And at the end of the day, if you're going to keep doing that, you're going to keep inviting pressure. So what Gooch should have done, I know it's easy for me to say in hindsight, but Gooch should have cleared the ball, and then they don't have the chance to score the goal. Good finish, to be fair. I think it was probably by Matty Taylor. Wouldn't surprise me if it was. And then second half, Oxford, and this isn't me trying to be disrespectful to Oxford, they came here for a point. You could tell they were happy with a point, and look, they got the point. I can't argue against that. But the second half, they just kept on playing for set pieces whenever they did get forward, and but with that aside, I thought Sunderland were easily the better side in terms of possession in the second half, and we had a couple of decent chances, but for the most part, we didn't really do all that much with it for me. And a lot of times, Oxford was far, and especially towards the end, it was far too easy for Oxford to defend. So yeah, I got the score right. I did say it would be a 1-1 draw, didn't I? Like I said, the only positive out of the day really is that I met Jamsani and I stood with him for the first half. But at the end of the day, it's only a decent point if we win the next 2 or do well in the games coming up. I think we need to accept we aren't going to win every game, but at the same time, at home, we should be winning a majority of our home games. So if we start with Tuesday, we've got to be beating Morecambe. For me, there's no excuses not to win that game. Whatever way you want to dress it up, whatever happens, you can say Morecambe's up for it. I don't really care. We should be up for it. There you have it. For the most part, it was flat. But again, like Joel was saying in his preview on Jamsani's YouTube channel, which, like, comment and subscribe to him, by the way, and of course to this one if you wish to, he said that Oxford very rarely give you an easy game, and we never have an easy game against Oxford. We very rarely do. Last season was the only season we've done the double over them, and there you have it. So, oh boy, I'll love you and leave you there. Thankfully I've got Tuesday off. Well, I say thankfully, whether I'm thankful for that come 10 o'clock Tuesday, I don't know. See you guys later. Like, comment, and subscribe again if you would like to. That would be much appreciated. Trying to get to 3,000 subscribers before long. See how long it takes. We're not going to get there by the end of the year. I know I'm not, but we'll see what happens. There you go. Time to get home. See you all later. Love you lots and take care. How are the lads, I guess.